Come on,
Chick
bro.
just sold me out.
Cause you sliding?
Cause I told her she saw you. And I'm like, yeah, that's KonSepShus. She like, oh. She like, oh, you about to be hours. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, stay. Cause I'm on it like, right. I'm like, just stay.
Be on compression.
I'm like, just stay. She was like, I'm gonna Google how long it take to get some jazz. I'm like, bro, we'll be there in like an hour and a half, and then we'll be back. This shit finna be a mission.
Nah, we gonna get back to sunrise.
What you got here? This nigga got the banana cream pie. I'm looking like he don't know what this is. Okay.
Yeah, some Lumi mixed with some Lumi mixed with some more Lumi.
Some Lumi. You rolled up already? You knew it.
I know. I stopped smoking Monday. Remember?
When was this?
Remember I told you I'm gonna go a year, and you said, "Oh, I'll start in Remember?
You said a year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the whole 28 without it.
Oh, you just turned fucking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's big. That's an accomplishment.
Right.
But oh yeah.
The way I came in it. The way I came into 28, boy, I gotta go through it different.
So like the first like 20 minutes of the ride, I want to listen to our shit and get like. Cause I was talking to the bitch earlier, and I'm like, listen, like, she was like, if you go to the studio, you gotta have your shit ready. You feel me? Like, you gotta be on point. And I'm like,
we be on point.
Yeah, but I'm like, sometimes like I would want to go to the studio and just vibe.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, yeah, I want to create and yeah, I want to make music, but
no. I'll take that back. You could do all that in a different setting.
She
Once
said
you go
that.
to the studio, it's the studio.
Right. She like, you got to be ready and be ready to record and shit. And I'm like, but you got to understand, like, being in the studio alone is a vibe.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, yeah, the car is one thing, but actually being in the studio where you can run it back, play it as high as you want, as low as you want. You know what I'm saying? All that shit.
I feel like everything that you're talking about is outside West Crowd talk. And then the studio Saturday FBVA shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right, because if one, you're doing freely, and one you paid to do.
Exactly.
You feel me? So like, knowing the fact that you paid to do this, is like, I'm really giving my all. Like, you feel me? I'm not gonna bullshit this. I think you should go to like December, bro, and then start the new year right.
Nah.
You feel me?
I already embarked.
But you just got a new house, all this shit
I
that
smoked
goes with
in it. I smoked in it first. I smoked it out first.
You ain't even put a half in that hole.
Nah, I put about a quarter.
Right.
My sister put about a half.
That's big.
She put about a half in it.
Fuck.
Nah, I feel you, but you might have to play it because I'm gonna just keep this bitch running the whole entire day. And my other phone is missing right now.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, play if you want to listen to some shit, like our shit.
Right. But I mean, where's your other phone?
My fucking is missing right now. I think my sister's in my sister's car, but she
okay.
couldn't find it. But I think it is.
I don't know, you like missing. That sound like the AirPods, bitch.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's how it is.
But they weren't missing.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
that's
Like,
how it is.
they were misplaced.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
So give it about 2 weeks.
Right. At that point, I got the other one. Nah, that's for sure, though.
I got the other one. Fuck, bro. The last 2 nights I done went to Gainesville.
Yeah, that's
so I'm
crazy.
Like, a whole nother mission now. At least I'm not driving. But I'm like, fuck.
Gainesville, Jacksonville, Fayetteville. Alright.
How far is it, man? Like 2 hours?
Yeah.
Damn, we got a charge too?
Well, on the way back from Jackson.
Would that make sense though?
What you mean? Like timing wise?
Right, wouldn't it make sense to just charge first? Remember you put the Tesla on the truck, right? Put the Tesla on the truck and then just ride out. So then when we get in the Tesla, we got full charge and just...
I see that.
Or whichever way, but I just
I feel that, and I do have some bars ready. So, I mean...
That nigga King Red. What you sipping on, the Respirado?
Nah, Henny with lemonade.
I'm on the Coke.
Yeah, I killed the recipe the other day.
My dumb ass shouldn't have left. I mean, yeah, I should have left the bottle here. Taking a drive, so.
Yeah, and you got the trees, you good. So yeah, I'll just charge it up. It'll only take like probably 25. I don't want to fully charge it. I'll fully charge it tomorrow.
Where are you going?
It's over here. We should go to Altamont.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's here?
Yeah, it's the Wawa there. You can go to Altamont. Altamont
Which
will
one?
be on our way.
But we would have to get off again. Is the Wawa like right here, or is it a little distant?
The Wawa not this light, but the next light.
But is it like at a light? Yeah, we'll just get situated and shit. Keep this bitch running today. Ain't missing nada. Peep.
Oh, you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's crazy how niggas hear our shit and then start to use like the energy word and all this shit. And I low key be laughing.
You see my sticker? That's it. Exist in your energy.
I low key be laughing because I'm like, bro, like they don't really understand.
Right.
You feel me? But it, like, as long as they get a gist of it.
Right.
But then Rick
just
was
like Buddy when he was like, oh yeah, he be saying some shit, but he really be talking in riddles.
Right, and
like,
that's what Rick said
gist.
too. Rick was like, bro, I fuck with what he's saying, but he, like his rapping style is weird because like how you go, I'm the do. You know what I'm saying? How you do that shit? You feel me? Like it be cool when I'm listening to it right here, hearing it, but to the next motherfucker that don't hear you rap like that all the time, and like flow just be like, you know what I'm saying? You saying some shit. But it just be like, I harness my energy with the, you know what I'm saying? How you go up and down, like, that shit's hard, but like some people I gotta get used to that, you feel me?
That's funny.
But he was like, yeah, bro. He was like, I would tell him how you like punch the shit, you feel me? So he was like, bro, it'll be hard if he can punch some of our old shit with some of y'all new shit, but just make it all seem like it go together.
Right.
And I'll be like, bro, that's a great idea. And I'm like, I'm gonna tell him, you feel me? Like that's awesome. Honestly, a great idea, because it's just like, that's like really putting two perspectives.
Got something called what's it called? Time traveling. Time capsule, all that. Where's the Wawa?
Makes like.
But yeah, that's what that is.
But yeah, that shit hit different. I was like, yeah, you're right.
So it's tough with the soldiers and the generals, like y'all could make amends, y'all could fall out. That's on it. But it's tough with the soldiers just because of the fact that as a general, you know when the soldier is under another general, right?
Right.
So it's like you understand their side regardless. So if shit hits the fan, you know what side they're picking. When it's general to general, it's a little different because it's like we know it'll be us versus us, like man versus man. But with the soldiers, it's like that's a little deceptive and deceiving, just because that's the add-on to the soldier will fight their battle for the general,
right? But they're really not fighting their own battle,
right?
You feel me? So like, if me and you got this is my side,
right?
Because it's just like I fuck with it, like I fuck with both of y'all,
right?
I fuck with this nigga, like this is my general, like you feel me? Like how you're breaking it down,
right?
So like I fuck with you, but it's like kind of from afar,
right?
You feel me?
Right.
But if you were in a general position,
because I just know worst case scenario what it is. Right. And even though I know worst case scenario what it is with the other general, I know it's me versus that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna get handled with one of my soldiers. It ain't gonna be with me. You see what I'm saying? Like, worst case, I'm saying.
That's what soldiers are for.
Right. So it's like that's why it's a little just sticky with that. Just because, like, just weird. Like, bro, I know what side you on.
Right, at the end of the day.
Yeah. So it's like just a little weird. Not that he's ever, you feel me, done anything or nothing. Damn, this shit was too close.
Right. That's why I feel like I need one.
Tesla charge. Damn, well, why his motor white?
Nah, I seen that one earlier, bro.
They still here?
They was fixing it. That shit's right up the street from my house. They were that shit was at Action Gators.
Damn, we had the Tesla charge early. I wasn't expecting this, so we definitely taking this bit at that point.
Where'd the truck at?
Right by my crib.
Oh, okay.
Definitely getting it in. Hold up. What the fuck you talking about? Put the right on. He said the first 20 minutes I want to know.
My act though, you know me? Like,
no.
I tried, man. I just gave my fucking
2 cents. I forgot I was about to put this bitch on. What the fuck I'm talking about?
Come on, bro. Remember that shit like it was yesterday.
I'm in a different energy, on a different vibe. You got the light. That's what I call real art.
Are you ready? I got the light, I'm a spark. I be lighting up shit in the dark. You niggas know my name and know a boy, I'm not no art. But I come through like Joaquin Noah and block your shot, boy.
Yeah. My defense will supersede anything that exists in front of me. No weapon will prosper. But I all think about my offensive aggressiveness. I get to the bucket. I get to the thought. I get to the action. I get to the crib. But that was brick by brick. That was brick by brick. I started, but I never had to finish.
That was brick by brick. She said she not a hoe, but sucking fucking dick by dick. And when I wake up in the morning, man, I take a piss. And then I thank God for my next 24. Shout out Kobe, man, know how the story go. Huh?
Ally, no, I don't need allies. I don't need an alibi, cause I will live in my existence.
Live in my existence. I tell nigga we'll link up on the 33rd. They giving me dirty words. I come back like a dirty bird. And Lang Braves won the World Series. Oh, no.
They won?
Yeah.
Damn, shout out Atlanta. I don't even follow baseball. Look,
Sports.
throwing strikes right across the mound. I'm at home plate, but I already went around. Check up, no, that score up. Look at the scoreboard. Oh man, I knew she was gonna be a bore. She studied abroad. She was my side broad. Oh, Saputo went on some short shit. Yeah, I fuck with that type shit though.
With the art.
I don't even look at myself the same. Like, I don't even look at my physical appearance anymore. Like, I'm really focused in on my, like, spiritual. Because, bro, I know life is a miracle, but that's just what we perceive it as. I know this much more than anything that we even been taught or shown, because all of it is just language dictating what is observed. But that's only one person's observation that another group chose to follow. And then once that core group follows, that's when the masses follow. But it starts with a head. What they say about the snake, you gotta cut it off at the head. The body just follows, the body's the deceiver. The body just follows, the body's the deceiver. It's about the venom. It's about the venom. What you looking for? Let me know.
I'm gonna just ash here.
Yeah, just dump it out. Just dump it out before we slide out. Test the charge. Get it up to 240 bars. Might change my goal to about 40 cars. Say yo. Dream big, work harder, and smarter. People think just because you use your cerebral, you could lack in your physical. Nah, I multiply I wanna attack life by my bare hands.
I don't need no chiropractor, but I got scoliosis. He gotta pop my back and get it right, no homoprosis. I just do this like I'm sipping on that Cosmosis. I mean Casamigo. I'm so fucking illegal, but I'm not Mexican, I'm Jamaican though. 876, I'm hard on the beat, I'm hard on the fucking flow. Alright.
Yes, sir. My strength is my righteousness. My weakness is deception.
That's why they call me Conception. Oh, okay. Alright, I'll try to get it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I don't question shit. I just trust in the world. But above that, the existence of the purity. But above that, the existence of the pure seed. Nah, because what laid the seed? Where'd the seed come from? Everything has a question. There's never an answer. Answers are like cancer. Can't get rid of them. And they just keep multiplying. Even though if they're fiction or fact. What is all the donations for?
I'm a lump under the skin, call me lipoma. I'm just doing this shit, I got my diploma. These niggas cannot see me like they got a brain tumor. And I'm just doing this shit tomorrow, damn it, they ain't do no.
Smoke so much you would think I got glaucoma. Yeah. It's like I have all the technology, but I don't know the recipe. Call me plankton, I'm in the chum bucket. I got all the technology, but still not the recipe. Smallest of the sea, but I am the hardest of the lions. Smallest in the sea, but my heart is like the...
My heart is not like the Detroit Lion, they're 0-16. I'm just doing this shit and I'm looking so mean. I'm the bucket, no chum, boy, you get who I be. And niggas know I'm flipping patty like I'm SpongeBob B. I'm just doing this shit, long nose, long dick, no homo like Squidward. Yeah, you know, I'm just doing this. Woo! All right,
Long nose, long dick, I do this for longevity.
Huh?
The laws in me heavily, not the ones that they tell us from the court orders. Talking about the ones from Moses and the scriptures. Talking ones from the highest of highs. But it's like, I know the greater things that can come. So it's like...
But at that point,
humility.
we all have beliefs and we all have our own, like...
perception.
You know, yeah, you feel me? So it's just like, you look at life this way, I look at life this way. We both can get to the finish line at the same way, but it won't be the same.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So it's just like, who are you to tell me that I'm wrong? Who am I to tell you that you're wrong? I know what I believe and I know what I did and I know what's right. You know what you saw, you know what you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, if we have to put it together and make it make sense, that's what it is. But some people never get to that part. They just like, fuck it, they just give up and just cut ties.
So the highest point that you said is about the crossing the finish line. But what you say, it would be just a different way, right? So what does that mean? It means it's not about the product, it's about the process.
Right.
Because motherfuckers can still cross this finish line, but it won't mean as much. And that's what I was thinking too about, like, sometimes the wins don't feel as much if you ain't never lost.
Right. You have to lose to understand what it is to win. That nigga sticking up. That's the visual you be needing right there. Like, soon as that shit happens, just like in front of the camera, like, I can't make this shit.
Yeah, exactly. I can't. Like, I'm not doing this to myself. I don't make myself have goosebumps, bro. Reap what I sow, I started the florist garden. Reap what I sow, I just grew the tallest of jack stocks beans. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. Everything's a hyperbole, whatchamacallits. This or that. Everything is just a depiction. Science fiction.
Doing what I gotta do. I'm balling hard. I'm trying to be that fucking dude. Tonight I had 30, boy, I needed 32. And I swear to God, I'm really trying to be that dude. I pulled a John Moran and missed the free throw. Ooh, I felt so bad. I was like, excuse me. And then I went home and did compression B. I thought to myself, I gotta be better, you see.
I gotta be better, you see. What's the better me? Is that K or S? Everything I do, you see. What's the better me? Is it K or S? You get that?
Conception.
No. The C.
Better me.
Better me, K or S? Because every time you see a C, it could be replaced by a K or a S. One of the two. You see what I'm saying?
That was a tough one. That went over my head.
Right.
I was gonna say Kansas City, but then you said S. I was like, all right, I'm lost. So they say fake it till you make it. That's not real, bro. Cause I'ma do me and that's for real though. I'ma do this shit like Uncle Winslow. Huh? I'ma do this shit like kinfolk. Know my name, they know my range. I'll just pull this shit like Steph won yes for days.
They know my name, they know my reign. I swear I'll spew this outside my veins. Pour it inside out if you don't get the replicated thoughts of my existence and my energy. I just wanted to skip the lily pads. No leap years, cause that just confuses the math. Analytics, I'm involved in that class. But I'm the head of that. Or I'm the ass of that. That's the caboose. I'm either in the head or the back. I'm never in the middle. First or last.
I'm never Malcolm. I'm just doing this shit like I'm out, bruh. But I'm trying to be an introvert. Nigga know my fucking work. It like Ross Bob, the way I make a picture out of nothing. I'm just doing this, I gotta be something for my nigga Nike. Just do it, baby. I'm balling hard. These bitches looking at me like I'm baby. Hold on, you gotta pull off.
Yeah. ready for longevity. I'm thinking heavily.
Look, I had a father, he really wasn't there though. Matter of fact, the nigga was a weirdo. He never went to my game, bought the gear though. Bought the fishing rod, but never fished with bro. I don't know how the story goes, but I'm gonna be a father to mine, all 20-fold.
Talk about a scarecrow. Talk about he must have been scared, bro. Talk about he must have let his fears conquer him. Talk about I don't even think about him. Talk about I just know I'm double him, man, triple that. He don't even exist in my realm. Talk about I conquered that. Talk about eliminating emotions. Monkey see, monkey do. What you do in your stew. What you feed in your crop. What you lead into the top. What is your top? Let me read your perception. Watch this perspective. This is KunSepShus. Read in my mind. No, this is a weapon. No lethal injections. Never put it in me. I will never take my blood out either.
Don't let that go over your head. I'll never put blood in, but I'll never take my blood out.
Yes, sir.
Unless it was for my blood.
Right. Oh, yes, sir. Exactly. All right, see, now we got to get to some real shit, bro. Cause remember the shit that I showed you about my sister, bro?
Right.
I hope I don't get emotional. I hope I don't. But
He said, I hope I don't.
okay, you remember that shit, right? She was selling me out, bro. So my mom wouldn't be able to give her blood for some reason. I forgot what the reason was. So a sibling would be the only one. Bro, she almost died top of 2019, right? She was in the hospital, like, her body was rejecting the antibiotics. The doctors didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, she was bleeding out type shit. She asked me if I'll give her blood, bro. You thought I had to second guess that? You know what I'm saying? And even with the truck accident shit, it all combined because on the way to the hospital the day that I thought I was gonna have to give her blood, bro, I broke down crying and was like, bro, I don't need no money from the accident, bro. Just let my sister live. You see, I can't. Like, it's
Right.
real life.
Right.
And it's just like, you seen the messages I gave you, bro. Like, and it's just like, at that point, it just shows me who I am. Because I don't let that shit affect me. I don't let the unappreciative shit, like, you can't top that, bro.
Chip voice, you wear it on your sleeve.
Right, you can't top that shit, bro. Like that's what shows love. That's the epitome of it. Like, bro, I'm about to give you I don't take my blood out.
Right.
And I just said that. See what I'm saying? I just said that and you brought this shit up, bro. Well, it could just connect it.
Without knowing, right?
Right. And it's just like these things that have been brought to me these past 3 to 4 years, bro, and that I've had to conquer. These are the reasons why I feel like I am who I am now. And it's just like everything that comes at me, I take that shit almost with a smile now, even if it's fucking horrible, because it's like I know why I'm receiving it. Because I'm the one that could conquer it.
It's really like how we just said, like, you done took your L's. So, like, now that you're getting your W, you appreciate it so much more and you value it so much more because you know what it is to lose and you know what it is to, like, be, like, you know what I'm saying, down.
Feel
like,
hopeless, helpless.
Right. And not
but
even
still
for yourself, but for somebody else. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the what you just said, like, after the accident, you were like, fuck the money, just let my sister live. And that's so real because it's just like, there's no money in the world
at
that
all
you can give me that can replace my sister.
At all.
You feel
and
me?
we ain't even that close, like you see, she said. Like, she don't feel like I love her.
But it's blood.
Right. And that's what I stand on. Regardless, if I agree with who the fuck she is, like, bro, at the end of the day, it's like, I don't care where somebody is right now. You see what I'm saying? That's not what I look at. I look at the potential. You see what I'm saying? And even if I see the motherfucker ain't trying to feed into their potential, I still feed into it. Because I know people need that. You see what I'm saying? I know some people don't believe in themselves. They need somebody else to believe in them before they could believe in themselves. But ultimately, when they conquered the shit, it was them. You see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't the person that believed in them. The person didn't carry them through. It was the belief from that person, but it was really the acceptance of the awareness of self. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was tough. The awareness of self.
Acceptance of the awareness of self.
awareness of self part that got to me though. Like,
But
that's a hard thing, right?
No, bro, because it's about the acceptance of it. It's about accepting the awareness. Because we all have that gut feeling of self. You see what I'm saying? Like the intuition, all that shit, that's the self already, but we don't accept it. We're like, nah, we can't really. Even if we're telling ourselves we could do something.
So when that shit happens, never not working, never not losing, I'm always winning though. Motherfucker get my intentionals, cause I don't foul or foul out, bro. I just do what I gotta do, be who I gotta be, move how I gotta move, see what I gotta see. Apply some pressure and you get what I'm saying. I'm just doing this shit, no super saiyan.
When we talking about the money, I got so much sacks of that shit, you can call me Warren Sapp. Ask Madden, I'm the MVP. Can't any QB sneak by me?
Nigga said, ask Madden. See, I had to stop. I knew the beat was gonna do that.
It's about time and TikTok, but it's more about the sun. That's the rhythm, though. It's more so about what controls the dictations. It's more about the stock market, not the value. It's more about what they say and he say, because everything is imagination.
So I got so high I met Sandy. She was selling sheep sales by the seashore. I'm just doing this shit and I'm sure. I know I'm one with the universe like 4, 5, 6. Read my horoscope every day like 7. Know I'm going to heaven. Niggas can't see me and
I smell the smoke and I feel so strong, cause I didn't even think 1 second to hit that joint. I smell the smoke and I feel so strong, because I smelled the smoke and didn't even think about a bomb. I feel so strong cause I smelled the smoke and I knew my rights from wrongs. Feel so strong. I feel so strong because I'm working out in LA Fitness, but in my mind that's my fittest. Mental warfare. Survival of the fittest, that's the wittest. Now it's cerebral, not really physical. Survival of the fittest, I worked it out. I work it out. I work it out.
I don't like my baby mama, but I'm working it out. Go to the gym and I don't work out. Niggas know what I'm about when I talk out my mouth. Nigga, goals in my mouth. Nigga, I'm not talking dirty south. I'm talking real fact. Real is rare, that's real rap. Nigga can't see me like a RR, that's real rap.
Wait, motherfuckers know I'm strong, never frail. Never kick the bucket, but always getting buckets. Until I kick the bucket. That's real rap. That's do until I die.
Our deepest fear that we're not adequate. Coach Carter, I'm doing this, I'm trying to be a starter, no bench. 4 million to be a starter in the EuroLeague, or 5 million to come off the bench. I'd rather be a starter, ho. Fuck that $1 million. It won't break me for sure. Trying to make it to the top every fucking day, you know. Brick by brick or flow by flow.
I like that. And that's the manipulation with language. But that's the manipulation with every art form. And when you realize like everything is an art form, you can really depict and take what you need from it rather than take it as a law. Because at the end of the day, it's just art. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder, just like art is. So it's really about the receiver. It's not about a law. It's about how do you receive what you see. Receive, because you're receiving.
All right.
You see what I'm saying?
Look, I'm in my hoodie, so goody. White people look at me different, yes, in the hoodie, it's a base hoodie, because a person equal value. BAPE, alright.
This is where I land. I remember when I used to ride a bicycle with no hand. Now I'm in a vehicle, same concept, no hands.
Because you are riding.
No hands.
No Roscoe Dash.
Truck under the influence, but I myself and I am my own wealth, because I understand that money's not wealth. It's about the mental and your health. Physical being, but I'm supreme.
Money's not health, but check this out. A black person filled the vaccine out. She said she was white, 5'3" now. Went to get the vaccine and they denied her. Wow.
I like where you first just came on, because you said money's not everything, but check this out. Because what are checks?
All right.
I had like that.
You heard about that though?
Nah.
So there's a black lady, right? She lives in obviously a black neighborhood or whatever. But she went to a white neighborhood, right? Filled out an appointment to get a vaccine shot. You feel me?
Yeah.
Said she was a white lady and everything. Went to get the vaccine shot and they denied her the vaccine shot because they said she wasn't white. She said that that what she filled out wasn't like
accurate.
Right.
So what's the point of it?
The point is that if it's a vaccine shot and you want everybody to take it.
Oh, okay. This shouldn't be discriminated.
You see what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I came in a white neighborhood to get the vaccine shot and y'all denied me.
Okay, but I can see the flip side of it, which is what you all, before you make a judgment, you should always try to look at the flip side. So the flip side to that, I would see as, all right, so let's say somebody filled out an application for me because I didn't want to take the vaccine,
right,
but they was willing to. But they did it under my name, and I paid them to. You see what I'm saying?
No, it was her name. It was the black girl name.
But she said she was white, so it could be like just the same concept, though.
Right.
Like, just, it's false information, so I don't know if you're doing this documentation for yourself or if you're doing it for somebody else.
Right. But as far as how important and how big this corona thing has
it doesn't matter. Somebody that wants it should get it.
Right. You feel me? Like, bitch, even if you just came in here no name, like, give me the shot.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
yeah.
they want niggas to get the shot. Yeah. And you denied.
Oh, hold up. So that takes it deep then. Because at that point it is about the mark of the beast shit. At that point it is about the dictatorship. Because it's like, if it's about information and data at that point. You see what I'm saying?
And like, are you putting something in us?
Is it for the health or is it for something misleading and
right,
deception?
Because bitch, you get the vaccine shot, you get a card.
Because there's either Decepticons or Autobots. But either way, motherfuckers is like, one is just following whatever. Both sides is just following whatever, but one side is just aiming towards the good. And that's the thing about life. Like, we are. And for the strong, that's one of our biggest battles, is the acknowledging that we are here just following a trail in a path that's already been paved. Even if we were the ones that conducted the first train station, we only got all these elements and tools from what's around us. We never birthed anything on this earth. You see what I'm saying? That's why nothing is man-made. Because everything's already here, we just manipulate it in a certain way. We started off from train stations, and now we playing PlayStations, all the way to 5 Gen. All the way to 5 Gen. Is it the chicken or the hen? Is it the egg or the chicken? Is it the rabbit out the hat? Is it the tricks or the manipulation? I'm fed up with that.
5G or LTE? 4G or 3G? iPhone SE, iPhone Mini. What are they doing to a society? I don't know. I'ma be me, and that's one thing for sure. TD3, always on his flow, always on his game. Never speed me up. I'm a real PG.
You was, yep. You was feeling that one. Because that was hard, and only a real motherfucker that understands basketball will understand that.
Right.
Because defenses try to speed, offensive up. But if you're a real PG like Chris Paul, Rondo, the speed is always dictated by you. The person with the ball, not the person attacking the ball.
Bro, I was killing tonight, bro. I could not be stopped.
Yeah, 30 looks good. 30 looks good. I miss basketball sometimes, but not as much as I used to think I would.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I do miss it, but it's because it's not, it's really not for the fun of it that I miss. It's the competitiveness that I miss. like the exemplifying what I have inside that I miss.
Right, because like deep down inside, you can always go shoot the ball
Yeah.
for therapy and
Always.
But it's just like that part. That's the one thing that like scares me when that part leaves. You feel me? Like when I'll just go to play, like go to the hoops and just shoot or whatever, just for my therapy, but like can't compete at that high level. That you know what I'm saying? That's the part that's gonna really touch me.
Yep.
But that's when I'm gonna try to give everything I got into my son. You feel me? When I see that slipping away, or when I see that going, I'm like, you know what? Now is the time to like just give everything I got.
I love it. I love how we just get to where I need to go. So I was thinking earlier on the way up, I was like, so tell me a number what you think you'll be here for. Just, you know, optimistic guess. Like how long you think you have left here.
Living?
Yeah. Here.
I think I could live to like 83.
Okay, so that's like almost 60 years, all right? So let's say 55. It is 55. So does that seem like a lot of time to you?
Yes and no.
Right. Meaning
that life is already not promised, so like you should get on your shit now, because it sounds good, like yeah, I can live to this long, or yeah, I plan to do this and this, but your life could be gone tomorrow.
Okay, I like where we're going, because you said life is not promised, right?
Right.
But what's a promise if it's already given? Because it's already been given to each and every one of us that could acknowledge that life is not promised.
Story?
What you mean?
That's what it'll be. You said, what is the promise if it's not given?
No. What is a promise if it's already given? Like, all right, I gave you 100 grand, right? I promise you I'll give you 100 grand. I already gave you the 100 grand. So what is the promise worth at that point if you already gave me what you promised me? We already live.
That's the promise.
And it's already been fulfilled, regardless if it's taken away.
Right. So it's really just about leaving your mark on this planet, or this life, or however you look at it as an individual, but leaving your mark on it to show for the next decade or the next century or the next group. Because you really don't know how long you're going to live. Like right. You said, if we knew how long we will live, I feel like a lot of people look at life differently and treat life differently. But that'll also be a cheat code. You feel me?
Yep.
And I feel like rich people have that like at their disposal. Because it's like they really take enough and put enough shit in them, and like, you know what I'm saying? Get the right procedures and shit to live long. Like, they're trying to come up with a cure for nigga to live to like 200, 300 years old. Yeah. Feel me? Which is crazy, but when you have that type of money, you can, you know what I'm saying, try to do that type of shit.
But that's what, and even when you mention crazy, like, what is crazy? Crazy is only, it's relative. It's only dictated upon what we already witnessed. But what's crazy? Like, how is living 300 years crazy to a motherfucker that only knows living 300 years? It's not crazy to them. Crazy is living only 60 years to them.
Right, but it's like, kind of like, it's like, all right, we have been told about God and about all this, right? So at the end of the day, what we're told as humans, most of us tend and do believe. Feel me? Like, you could be told something one time, and in your brain, it's like, okay, that's the truth. That's what that is. But it's like when you really put your research in it and do your facts, you're like, well, that's not really the case. You feel me? So, like, as humans, we hear and see things and we go off judgment instant. You feel me? And it's like, that's a lot of human beings. Yeah. So, like, when we get the chance to actually do the facts and do the research and figure shit out, we figure out that, okay, well, this wasn't this, and this didn't really go this way, but this is what we were told. We were taught this in school. We were told that Christopher Columbus was that nigga, but when you put the work in, it's like, wait, this was not that nigga. He was a horrible nigga, bro. Yeah. You feel me?
And
so
I'm glad you brought him up. Because the way they do Christopher Columbus, they do the opposite with Haiti. Like, the Haiti Revolution is called the Haiti Massacre, the Haitian. But it's like, ultimately, that is our only... Here it goes again. Look, that is our only reference point of motherfuckers abiding by what Kanye West was saying when they said slavery was a choice. Haiti is the only reference point that, because America, the blacks and the minorities have never fought. All we do is ask for fairness. All we do is ask for the motherfuckers that hurt us to stop hurting us. We never fight them. You see what I'm saying? But Haiti fought the French to get Haiti back for themselves. But now they're poverty. So that's the sticky part. Because it's like, they show us like, oh, look what happens when you fight for what you want. Now you're poor. And that's part of the manipulation, though. Right, because they don't have no allies. They don't have no help. You see what I'm saying?
It seemed like the French made it seem like they were helping them. You feel me?
Right.
And like, when you want to fight us and kill us and cut us off, well, we're going to cut you off. Like,
right.
But it's like, that's where really the money was coming from.
Exactly.
And like, now that they cut them off, like, Haiti's one of the poorest fucking... That shit's horrible.
But they're really the strongest.
Right.
Because they fought for that. You see what I'm saying? And ultimately, what is poverty at that point? Are they still living? Because people say people starve and they show skinny ass kids and stuff like that, but these kids are still living.
Right.
So it's like, it's just a fucking perception that they trying to feed us. Like, it's all such a manipulative thing, bro. And I just feel like, all right, so, you know, when like a hacker or some shit, right? When they get arrested, or if they're like very high level, if they get arrested or they get caught, guess what happens? They get brought to that side. They get brought to the side of the government. Yeah. Because they're so useful.
Right.
So that means with the greatest of psychologists, the greatest of philosophers, the greatest of artists, I believe in the past they have all been manipulated to feed the manipulators' agendas. You see what I'm saying? Like, yes, they are super strong and all of this shit, right? But they end up getting tricked into using their superpowers for supervillains. You see what I'm saying?